you're hosting a healthcare conference, here are some reasons that you should go with a professional healthcare facilitator and not just any old MC. As a professional healthcare facilitator, my days are spent all day, every day, facilitating conversations about our health. I live it, I breathe it, I eat it for breakfast. We've all been to one of those events where you get a newsreader who's really visible and you might know them because they read the news in the evenings. They stand up, they read from the clipboard, their eyes don't go up very much from here, and then they leave and they collect their pay packet. And it is very, very secondary to what they do. What I do as a healthcare facilitator is I work with you to make sure that the conference agenda is bang on, because you're going to spend thousands of hours putting on this conference, putting on this event for your delegates. You want to make sure that that conference agenda is going to absolutely sing. Then I work with your speakers. We want all of them to shine. My job is to make them feel really comfortable so that they can get up and absolutely knock it out of the park. Then my job is to make sure that the audience is getting exactly what they need. I hate going to conferences or events where it's the person on the stage very separated from the audience. To me, we are one. We are a living, breathing, moving machine. And my job is to read the temperature of the room and work out what they need. Do they need lifting? Do they need to stretch and move? Are they bored? Are they disengaged? Sometimes we have to present information, particularly in healthcare, that can be quite dull. What do they need after that? They might need somebody to lift them up. That is my job. And then I think probably one of the most important parts of my job is at the end of the day, you want me to be able to synthesize the key learnings. So I always say to my clients, do not put your very expensive speaker right at the end of the day. Because what happens is, a third of your room has left. They had to rush to the airport or run off and catch the kids. A third of the room is tired. They're disengaged. They've probably eaten lots of carbs at lunch and they have kind of switched off at this point. So you end up with a room that is a third empty, a third asleep, and a third still there and engaged. So don't put your big, fancy, expensive keynote speaker at the end of the day. Put them after lunch. That's when everybody has got lots of energy, they've had some time off, they're coming back, they're ready and raring to go. It means that they stay for lunch, they come into the afternoon, then let me take the day's proceedings and summarize them for everybody. If somebody wants to disappear for that and they're full bottle, then they can. But what I find is that people hang around because they've grown to know and like and trust me throughout the day, and they trust that I'm going to be able to take what your keynote speaker said, what your CEO said, what the minister said that morning, and what the general read of the room is saying, plus what the broader experience is of that issue in the broader community and certainly through the media. So I'm kind of a juggler. I'm always juggling competing objectives and working with all of your stakeholders to make sure that at the end of any event, everybody leaves going, she was the best investment that we made. That's what I do.